earlier you stop living your life just because you want to be like that person. You want to be like your neighbor, your colleague in office. You want to be like that person where you do your business, your next door neighbor. The earlier you stop it, the better for you. Let me tell you, in life, there are some things that we do that results in stress, unnecessary stress. Most of us, we stress ourselves too much. There are things we can do without that we go for. We go after them just to impress people, just to pretend, not even impress, to pretend, to make people think we are not, we are what we are not. How can you take your child to a particular school which you know quite all right that you cannot afford the school fees because your neighbor, your colleague took the child to that school? You too, especially boarding schools. Most parents, they see it as pride. They see it as achievement when their children attend these so-called boarding schools. They see it as an achievement, whether the child is doing well academically or not. They do not bother. Even some that they will see changes in their children. They'll say there's something wrong somewhere. They'll see force that child to go to school because they want to prove a point, because they want to impress people, because they want people to see them as, yes, they are well to do. Whereas underneath, they are shedding tears. Why are you stressing yourself? Imagine you take your child to a very expensive school. You know your salary, your income. You know what you earn, you know what your partner earns, your husband or your wife. You know collectively you cannot pay this child or this children's school fees in that particular school. You know you cannot pay this child or children's school fees in that particular school. But because you want to do copy, you want to compete, do competition, you like competition, you want to put that child in that school. Then you manage to pay the first term school fees. Second term, you go and meet somebody. Please, I need money, help me. Let me pay my children's school fees. It's an error. For how long will you beg? We are talking of years. The child will go, say, be in that school for years. Will you keep begging? You do quite right. You cannot afford it. Why the stress? Let me tell you, most of us attended government schools. You might say it's not like before. It's still okay. Government schools. They are still good government schools. What matters is you. When your children come back home, put an eye on them, help them in their assignment and all of it. That's why you have to get married to somebody who at least knows one for two so that they can assist their children in homework. You go to put your children in schools higher than you, then you come and say, please help me in my children's school fees. No, it is an error. You're not supposed to beg to pay your children's school fees. Except maybe things were okay when you put that child there, then maybe with time things changed. It's understandable. But from beginning, you know you cannot afford, but because you are doing competition, you want to put your child and say, please help me. Or your child, after secondary school, you know you don't have money for higher institution. Instead of to put your child in a place to learn a trade, you say by fire by force, the child must go to higher institution, competition. You are doing competition and you know you cannot afford it. Then you go and meet somebody, first semester, you beg here. Second semester, you beg uncle. Third one, you beg auntie. For how long will you do this? It is an error, please. Let your child go learn a trade. From that, when the child start making money, the child can still go to school.